Well, today is September 5, 2023, and the sun came up. I saw the sun a minute ago, but it went behind a cloud already. But it's up there. You can see the sunlight hitting the clouds. Anyway, today I'm going to. It rained a little bit last night, not much, but enough to get the grass wet. So I'm gonna. But it's around 6:30 a.m. I was going to get started now, but since the grass is a little wet, I'll wait a while till the sun's a little higher. Maybe the grass will dry off. But anyway, I'm going to be moving this trailer, this cattle trailer, my old cattle trailer. Still works. I can walk through this maze of weeds here. Anyway, well, I'm going to be moving it. I'm preparing to sell some cattle here, middle of September or so. And, oh, that's my old baler. My old, I don't know what the number is on it. It's the old New Holland baler. I've used it a few years. Last time I used it was probably 2015. But anyway, that's another story. It's my old trailer. Still works. I take cattle about once a year. I sell cattle about once a year this time of year. Whatever extra I have that I can't afford to feed. And anyway, that's the one I'm going to move today. I'm going to move out to, oh, that's my little pond. I built that. My pasture is way down there. You can't see it through the trees, but there's a 20 acres between me, my place here, and 20 acres that I have pasture. So that'll I need to drive it down there and then up the hill, park it and set it up at the corral. I always let the cattle get used to it. You know, go in and out of it, get used to it. I feed them in there. I feed them in the trailer, feed them in the corral, some corn, just to get them used to going in. And then the cattle will be more relaxed when I start sorting them. Okay, I'm gonna get going and getting this hooked up to my truck. I could have used my tractor, but I'm gonna use the truck today. I still have my bale spare hooked to the back of it, and I don't have an umbrella on it yet, and I just don't feel like starting it up. Truck's easier to use. Okay, all right, I'll catch you after I start moving it. Not sure if there's enough light to see yet, but I opened the back of the trailer, and this is what was left after I hauled cattle the last time. been here a while. There's some little feed. Let me go in. Maybe I'll get a better picture. Yeah, it's almost dark. That's what I use to feed corn in. Those little things. Just a minute. Oh, look at that. I opened the door and sunlight. See what it looks out here. Yeah, there's the sun. Yeah, I can see the sun. Just a little bit of the sun. Way over there. Where was I? Oh. Anyway, this, like I said, I use these little tubs here. Little, I don't know what you call them, pails, little feeding things. And I've done some patchwork to this trailer over the years. I put some concrete there because the front end of the trailer was all rusted out where it attached to the wood. So I reattached it with cement and lumber. And I also put a board along the bottom edge because it was rusting out everywhere along the edge. But holding together. It's holding together still, so I'll use it as long as it'll work. Okay, I'm gonna get myself together and get this thing hooked up and take it out there, out to the corral. So there's the sun coming up again. Again, but coming. I can see it through the trees. And guess who else showed up? My Highland. I only have a few Highland cattle left. Yeah, I'll keep them up by the barn here. This. I got. I kind of neglect this area. I don't know how to use the barn anymore. I did when I first moved here and built the shed. I was baling everything in square, and I stored it in this barn here. There's a lot of work using square bales. Hi, girls. Yeah. I'm just crossbreeding them now with my bull. I lost my Highland bull a couple years ago, so now I'm just hanging on to them, crossbreeding them with the thing, and I usually just sell the offspring. Eventually these will die out and I'll have my other ones. Anyway, that's my trailer. Who's that? Okay, I actually got a name for that one. That one's Suerte. Yeah, I remember her. Well, these other ones don't have names, but I remember their mamas. Well, actually, that's her. That cow there in the front, that's her baby. That's her heifer. Let's see. I'm trying to remember when they're. I think they're due to have a calf between September until March. Yeah, until March. Sometime around the middle of September to March. They're due anyway. Whether they have or not, that's up to them. Okay, well that's enough about these guys. These are, I guess you could call these relics of my past. The cattle I got down in the bigger pasture, the one where I'm raising the other ones. That's my current cattle. These are just like leftovers. Right, girl? Yeah. Well, I enjoyed raising them. I went to a couple Highland Association meetings, and then we took a few trips to different places to see Highlands. But that was then. This is now. Okay, girls, I'm gonna leave you alone. I got work to do, and you just got to go eat something. Eat some grass. Okay, my project today though is moving this trailer and get it ready for sorting and selling some cattle from the other pasture. Yeah, a little brighter now. Sun's still behind the clouds. Still a little cloudy today. Yeah, the forecast was showing some rain. Anyway, I'm gonna be moving that trailer today. I'll hook it up with the truck, pull it out to the pasture, set it up at the corral, and I guess I'll set out some corn too for them, so they get used to going in and out of the corral again. And I even put some at the front of the trailer so they can go in and out of the trailer too at their leisure. They do that on their own. I don't have to. Well, it's starting to rain again. I guess I may not be doing it until after it stops raining. It's just a few drops. Anyway, that's my oldest cow right there. And there's a younger one back there from a different cow, and she's from a different cow that I already sold. Yeah. And the one way behind her underneath the tree, that you can't hardly see, that's her daughter. So these are, I think that's right, her mama, the one on the right, her mama was her daughter. Yeah, that was the older one's daughter. Yeah. So okay. Anyway, like I said, these are just remnants of my a long time ago when I started to raise cattle back in the 80s. Yeah, this is how lazy I am. I fenced off. I fenced off my front yard so the cattle could eat it. Saved me from mowing it. I don't have to mow it. It works out pretty good. There's a pear tree. Looks like it had some trouble this year, but it still had a few pears on. That pear tree over there, I don't know why, but that would always fruits early, and the fruit matures so soon. All the fruit are grown already. I ate a few. The cows got the rest of them when they fall on the ground, but there's still a few left up there that the cows that they haven't fallen off yet. Oh well. Well, I'm getting my truck ready to hook up the trailer. I think I got to change the ball on my hitch. I think I need a bigger ball. Well, guys, I'll be bringing the bull back in December, so I guess they'll be happy about that. Yeah. I try to have these calves in the fall and during the winter because they can do better in the winter. And then I have the other ones start calving in March. The ones out in the 20. That way they'll have more grass to eat. Okay, these aren't tame. The only tame one is the one standing under the tree, and she's only tame enough for me to grab her horn. Maybe pet her head, because I raised her as a bucket calf because her mama wouldn't let her. Her mama wouldn't let her nurse. That's one reason I got rid of her. Oh, I gotta start hauling that trailer. Yeah, they keep the grass in front of my house trimmed pretty good. I just can't put them on this side because this is part of my driveway. Yeah. Well, I gotta move. I like looking at them. First time I saw a Highland cow was in the movie Brigadoon with Gene Kelly. And that's what got me started on Highland cattle back in the late 70s or early 80s. Yeah, I think it was around late 70s, I think it was. I got my first Highland bull from somebody up there north of Springfield. I forget the name of the place. Somewhere north of Springfield, Illinois. That was my first bull, Highland bull. And then I bought a heifer from New Hampshire, and then a heifer from I'm sure Vermont. Yeah, that's how I got started. And then I bought another bull later on from Ohio. Yeah, and that's what these are descended from mostly. Are those three? The The one from both from Ohio, and the 2 heifers from the Northeast. And they were all delivered. I didn't go and pick them up. Anyway, that was back then. That was a long time ago. I got started in these even before I was married, so. But I've hung on to them. I've had a few since then, but they've narrowed down. They've dwindled down now to just these few. But I still keep them just to look at, and I keep my my yard mowed. Okay, let's get to work. Well, I got to see that little wire there. That's all I need for my Highland. One wire. They never get out unless the fence is actually down. Then they might go across. But even when the fence is down, they're afraid to step over it. Anyway, even when the fence is off, they don't get out. Sometimes I forget I got a gate down there. Well, you can't see it. Here's an old hay wagon that's rotted under these cedar trees. I mean, it's old. I bought it from a neighbor when they had an auction. Anyway, that gate down there, I got a fence hook, fence hooked. I don't have a wire underneath in the ground, so I just have a fence hook. That's how I access this pasture behind my house. Yeah, it's a small pasture, but it's enough for these few cows. And you see, there's my dad's old sycamore. That's a 9-footer. And way down there at the other end, I got my hay rake there. And way down, I got another Ford baler over there, blue one. And on the other side of the Ford baler, I got the one with the sickle wrapped in plastic. That's my 7-footer. They're both New Holland, but one time my 7-footer broke down. It broke something on it, and I borrowed Dad's sycamore because nobody was using it anymore. So a 9-footer, and I guess I forgot to take it back. Anyway, it's in a safe place. But anyway, my story is sometimes I forget to hook that gate there, and from that gate all the way around here to behind my house, it's the fence aiming on, and the cows never get out. That's why I like Highlands. They respect the electric fence, but the other ones. Anyway, that's what I'm showing. I'm going to park it up a little farther because I got an outlet on my pole with the meter, and I'll be able to pump up the air up the tires with my air compressor. So I got to get back to work. So I'm getting ready to pump up the tires. They're not too low, considering I haven't used it in over a year. Well, no, I used it in June. I used it in June to take the bull from here back down to the big pasture. Anyway, that's my old John Deere 2020. I think it's a 70. I'm not sure. I bought it in the 80s, early 80s. I forget, or maybe late 80s. Somewhere in the 80s. I bought it somewhere over in Missouri. Actually went to, I don't know if they delivered it. Okay, it was used. And I got the new canopy for it. I just haven't put it on. There's the old one. I just haven't put it on yet, so it needs new tires, that's for sure. But I'll get around to that someday. And right now I'm pumping it. I'm getting the air pressure charged up. I'm gonna be taking this trailer and parking it at the corral for a while. Let the cows get used to it. And yeah, last year I had a lot of trouble with that thing. I must have changed almost every component on there, on the electrical. And finally I found out, I discovered anyway, there was a little circuit breaker on the right, on the left side there, on the other side, underneath the steering wheel, right next to the key switch, which I also replaced because I thought that was a problem. I said I replaced a lot of stuff on the electrical until I got to the last thing, and I bought a new one, but until the new one came in I had an old circuit breaker from my 1985 Ford F-150, so I used that just to see if it would work, and it worked, and it's still there. I still got the new one, and I got some new stuff for the distributor cap, but I guess I didn't need it once I fixed that circuit breaker. What it was doing, it would run, it would start and run, then after it warmed up, after about 15 minutes, it would shut off by itself. And it kept doing that. It was so frustrating. It wouldn't run, sometimes it wouldn't run more than 10 minutes. And then it was hard, I had to let it cool down. It didn't do it in the wintertime. It was started in, I think it was last year in the spring is when it started to die on me all the time. Anyway, I finally got it fixed after all summer of working on it. It was just that one little component. But anyway, I got it fixed, and it works good now. Okay, I'm ready to pump tires up, so let's get going on that. And then I'll take the trailer out to the big pasture and the corral. Well, this is where I bought the trailer. I'm not sure, but I think it was in '94. Before that, I was borrowing neighbors, and I got tired of borrowing. Corn Pro. Okay, it's a Corn Pro. Yeah, I think yeah, if I remember, the registration shows 1994. Yeah. Anyway, that's where I bought it. And I just finished pumping the tires up, and I oiled all the hinges. I oiled all the moving parts here, inside this gate here. Yeah, the interior door or gate. Yeah, it's a little rusty, but it gets the job done. I even oiled the track up there on top. The rolls a lot smoother now. The floor is still good. It's a 2x6 floor. I'll show that to you later, maybe. I got some cleanup work to do out there in the corral. Took a pitchfork with me to move some old hay that they didn't completely eat. And I got a bunch of tubs. I got a bunch of tubs here I'm going to use for the corn. Oh, yeah, I got corn. I got corn and I got 2 buckets of corn there. To get them started, I need to go to town and buy some more corn. Okay, I'm going out to the pasture now. My house is just and the barn is just over on the other side of those tall trees there. That's my place, my original place, and I bought this 20 acres later on. And I came down that road, crossed the bridge, and I'm in the pasture now. Well, I guess I was in the pasture the whole time, but as soon as I left the road, trailer made it this far, so I didn't hear too many squeaks. I haven't checked the electrical yet. I haven't plugged it in. I'll do that after I get it up on top. I have faith. I'm doing too many things at once here. Okay. Yeah. Now I gotta drive down there, take a left turn to go up that road. Looks like I got a branch, I got a limb to trim off way down there. Yeah. Anyway, Let's get the trailer up there and set it up. I just want to get a better view of the trailer after it crossed the bridge. I don't think I ever have I never made a video about selling cattle or what I do to get them in the trailer and on the road. Okay. Anyway, I think the trailer's in pretty good. I'll plug it all in before I unhook it, because I'm going to leave it. I'll leave the trailer up there, but I'll take the truck home. But before I unhook it, I'm going to hook everything, all the electrical up, make sure everything works. Okay, let's take it to the top. Yeah, I was expecting that I would fit. I still need to trim them off soon. I'm going to have a second cutting of hay sometime this month. I hope. Yeah, I think it will be. This hay fields, the stuff's starting to grow back again, and so I'll probably have it cut middle to end of September. And after the hay's baled, I'm going to have to, or before the hay's baled, I'm going to have to, and we haul it up here, I need to cut all them back, at least to that yellow pole or a little bit beyond. Yeah, as long as it's not in the road. Yeah. I was supposed to cut them off a long time ago, but my chainsaw had an oil leak on the oil cap, and I got a new oil cap, put it on, but I never got back to this job. But I'll get it done before I'll do it when it's necessary, like when we're ready to haul bales. I'll get it done again. I even got a new chainsaw file. And that's where we're headed, through that gate, up the hill, up to the east side of the corral. That's where I backed the trailer in, underneath those trees. Okay. And I've done it a few times before. I'm a terrible backer, I can tell you that. I hate backing trailers. I'm no good at it. I'm always going, if I think I'm supposed to go that way, I go the opposite way. It's always the same. No matter which way I want to go, I end up going the wrong way. So I just can't use a mirror and back up. Sometimes I have to back up by turning my head and looking out the back window. Sometimes that's the only way I can do it. My brain don't function that way, I guess. Okay, well, I'm going to open the gate and drive up the hill and park this thing. So you have just enough room to pull up from down there, pull up as close as I can to the gates, and then pull up and then straighten it out. And I have plenty of room between there and there to back up and maneuver it into between those yellow poles. And then I'll swing in the gates on the side to the red gates anyway, and tie it to the back of the trailer. Works pretty good for me. Well, I finally got her backed in where I want it. When I first designed this, I had dug out, I should do that again. I dug out little channels for the tires, little depressions for the tires. So as I backed it in, I got to a point where it dead ended, and the tires would hit that the end of the trench, and then the bottom of the trailer was at ground level. I like that. But over the years, the ground filled back in again, and now I should do that. I should bring a shovel. I got a shovel out here. Maybe I do it again. I'll have to pull it up. That's a thought. It makes it easier for the cattle to go in and out. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that first before I tie everything up. But anyway, when I get, if I do dig them out, I'm going to that way I only have to, I'll dig a trench right where the tires are. Yeah, dig a trench wide enough for the tires, and then it'll end. The trench will end, and when I hit that spot, I'll know it, and I won't be able to back up any farther without a lot of effort. That's how I had it in the beginning. I only backed up where I exactly wanted it. This is about where I want it. I'll swing this. I'll swing that gate in and tie it up to the side. On each side, I'll tie them up, and then I'll have the back of the trailer thing open and lightly tied to the gate. That's tied to the trailer that way. And then when I get the cattle in this little area here, if they don't go in, well, even if they do go in, I'll swing that silver gate. I can swing the red gate all the way to that post. I do that when I have an animal on the other side. When I have an animal on the other side that I need to get into here, I'll take that red gate there, swing it over to hit that post, and then I can open that other gate that way and get a cattle to go, a cow or whoever I need to go into here, and then they won't go back the other way that way. And then when I get them up close to the trailer, I'll close that silver gate. I'll close that silver gate to here, and I can stand behind it and make sure they don't get out. And then at the same time, I'm grabbing that gate, trailer gate, the back end of the trailer gate, and I'm closing both of them at the same time. I'm closing that one, and then that one, and then this one will be in front of it. I'll have to show you. It'll be in front of the silver gate, and I'll close them both until the cows are actually in the trailer, and then I can just close that one. It works out pretty good for me. I've had issues with it. I've never had nobody jump over yet. They've tried a few times, but they never quite managed to get over. I got these set up pretty high. At least I thought I did. Okay, I had some problems last year. That post that holds two gates, it broke off at the bottom, just like that post there. Must have been a bad batch of posts or something. The other ones are pretty solid. But so I had an old post laying around at home, so I dug it in right next to it and tied it up. It works. It works. At least there's some shade here for the cattle. Originally, I thought I was going to put a roof here. I was going to put a roof over all this, but I decided against it. I only use it once a year, or maybe more than. I use it once a year to sell cattle, but sometimes I'll catch something and take it up to the house, like for butchering or something. But anyway, right now I think I'm going to go ahead and dig that ditch. I liked when that was set up like that. That way the back end of the trailer went all the way to close to the ground. That way they didn't have to. Because some of them have a hard time stepping up. That first step is always the hardest part. But if I can get the trailer lower, so I'm going to mark out where my tires are, and then I'm going to pull it up and then dig. Okay, I wasn't planning on that, but that's my plan now. My original plan was just to come up here, set up the trailer, get it set up, and then take some of this old hay and shoot it into and carry it into there, to cover the ground to make it more pleasing for the animals to go in, get them used to it. And there I would take the old hay that's laying against the fence and scoot it, pile it up in the middle somewhere. Just get it away from the fence. Because what I do, I'll set out those tubs. Oops, I hit the barbed wire. I'll set out those tubs, little tubs or big tubs or whatever tubs I got, to put corn in, and I'll put that against the fence. That way, it keeps them occupied while I'm trying to figure out how to get the one that I need. ones that I need. My best strategy is to feed these guys first. Feed the dominant ones first, because they'll go into that pen and then I can lock them in. They go into that pen and I can lock them in with that gate. And then after they're eating, after the dominant ones are locked up in there, then I can come back and feed some along the outer fence in here. Usually right around this area here. I always feed the tubs right here. I don't feed way back there because I want them fed right, like from here, like from there where that weed is, all the way across this side with those little tubs. That way I can once they come in and eat, once they come in here, because it's hard to get them to go in here. But once they get in here, then they start eating. Then I can close that gate without them trying to run out before I close the gate. Also, before I sell them, I got another plan. Right there, somewhere around that stump, either this side of the stump or on this side, either this side of the stump or at the stump. I haven't decided if it's going to be inside or outside yet. I'm leaning toward the inside. But anyway, I want to put a wood post there, and I want to put a 14-foot gate that goes all the way there to that where that pile of hay is. Because that's the space, that's the length of a gate I need. Because I want to swing it that way, have it always open that way, and then once I get the cattle in, then I can take that new gate, the 14-foot gate on this inside gate, and close it to keep them from, keep them more concentrated in here. And then when I got one that I want to send out that I don't need, then I can just open the gate a little bit and it'll go out. That's my goal before I sell them, because I think it'll be easier. Because sometimes it's hard to sort them, because I get one that I need and then it runs back around to that gate, and then I chase it back, and then something else gets in the way. So I'm just looking for a better way to sort them. But once I get them in there, it's not so hard, because I can close that silver gate real quick, and then if I need to, I can close that red gate all the way to that post. Anyway, that's my setup. But I said I was just going to clean it up a little bit here, and then feed them some corn today, just to get them used to. And then I'll go buy some more corn. I only got a couple of sacks of corn left. I'll go buy another 500 pounds, and because I always need corn to get them to go where I want them to go sometimes. Okay, I'm ready to start digging that trench for those tires. Yeah, I should have kept that trench dug. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of that. That especially on cattle that never been in a trailer before. The only one that's been in a trailer is the bull, because I move him every spring, and or actually winter and summer. Okay, I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna mark the tires first, so I know where to dig. Let's do another view of the truck and trailer parked at my corral. Oh, sun's got all morning. It's about just after 9 right now, and all morning it was either trying to rain or overcast. So it's pretty cool. You know what? I might come through here. I don't know if I should do a lawn. Yeah, maybe I'll bring the lawnmower here and cut some of these down. I don't feel like hooking the mower up to the tractor just for this few small weeds. It'll be easier for me to walk through here when I'm trying to catch them all. Anyway, this is this silver gate closes to this, and this is where I try to get the dominant ones in first, so they don't fight with the smaller and younger ones, or the less dominant ones. And then, like I said, this gate will open in enough where I can get somebody to go in Yeah, works out pretty good. Yeah, that gate of the trailer will open to here, and then I'll lightly tie it so I can untie it real quick. Yeah, I had to. It's still kind of wobbly. I need a new post. I need a whole new post in there, and I think I want to get a bigger post, but that's the biggest post that they got. I got an old utility pole, and I think my brother's got some too. He always, for some reason, he always gets his hands on these old utility poles when they replace them, and I like to cut one of them bigger ones up. That's what I got down by the main gate. Is an old utility, the electric pole. Anyway, this setup works pretty good for me. I made them round because I read somewhere that cattle like to go, when they go into a crowd, they like to turn around and come back. So this half circle is their natural habit of going somewhere, going in, and then trying to turn around and go back. So I made the outside curve too for the same reason. That's what I read somewhere, that cattle have a natural tendency to move in a circle or half circle. Okay, let's start working on them tire trenches. I just wanted to get it a shot, get a record of how high the trailer is off the ground before I dig my trench. I started to dig my trench, and then I realized I didn't have a before shot, so I had to reback it, but I didn't back it very straight. Anyway, I'll do it better the next time. Well, I already had my marks where my tires are supposed to go. I already had that marked out, so I'll get it in the right place. Okay, I just wanted to show how high it is, because when I'm done, I'm hoping that the trailer itself will be setting on the ground, the back of the trailer here. I remind myself to cut out a notch for that. I guess that's a 3-point hitch, or a trailer hitch or something. Anyway, there's a little square tubing that sticks down underneath. I'll have to make a little groove for that too. Whether I'm going to hit it right, I don't know. The hard part is backing into the depressions right. Okay, I gotta start digging. Or move the trailer and start digging. Well, the ground is pretty hard here, and I think I even hit some rocks. So I wonder if I may have rocked it after I dug it out. But surely it should be a bigger groove if the rocks are still on top. Unless the rocks are on the side. Okay, I'm gonna start digging. Well, the post hole digger is the center between the two tires. Is the gap between the two tires. And the log is where the back tire will end, or that will be the deepest part of the trench. It'll be shallower here. It'll start up here where I dug, and then in line with that post hole digger and all the way across, about the width of that block of wood there. I want to make it wide enough so even if I'm off a little bit, I'll still hit the trench. But it'll be shallow here, and then go deeper and deeper until it hits the where the log is, and I'll make it real deep there, so the trailer will hit the back of the trailer will hit the ground. Same on the other side. Yeah, it's the same for this side too. Boy, this ground's hard as a rock, and there's even rocks in it. There's rocks in it, limestone rocks, like for a road. I must have put them in there. I don't know what I was thinking, because I thought I would never have to dig it out again. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the house and get a bunch of water. I got to soften this up. I got to soften this ground up. What I'm going to do is dig a trench around the whole thing. Just like I did there, a little trench. I'm going to dig a trench around the whole thing. That way it'll help soften it up. I'll pour water in that trench and dig it out slowly. I gotta bring plenty of water though. Here's the other side. Yeah. Yeah, that trench in the back there is as far as back as the tires will go. That's why I'm making it straight up and down. But I can't hardly dig it. It's so tight, so hard. So hard. And then I'm starting to hit rocks too, so I gotta soften it up. Okay, let me take care of that. I should have been doing this years ago. I mean, I did when I first set this up. That's what I did. I put a trench for each tire. And it worked out pretty good until the trench filled in. Oh, a big bird just flew, flying around back there by the creek. Probably a stork or a heron. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go back. I'm gonna unhook the trailer here, and then I'm going to go back to the house and get some water. Okay. Because I'm not gonna be working that hard digging that out. We'll do it the easy way, soften it up. Look at those things sticking out of those tops there. And look what they do to me. Look what they do to me. I got them all over my shoes and socks. Yikes. They don't really hurt, but they're irritating. Yeah, when they dry up, they stick. They stick. Such a little plant causes so much trouble. Well, I repositioned the trailer so I can unhook it. Yeah, the tires line up pretty much with where I want it. Yeah, tires. Pretty good. I'll have room to go either way a little bit. Okay. Let's unhook it and go back to the house and get some water. Before I bring the water to soften the soil where I'm going to dig, I'm going to bring the lawnmower up here, and I'm going to cut these weeds around this corral. Maybe in there too, at least by the gates, or at least by the gates where they go in. So make it easier for me, and it's easier for me to walk and close the gates too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I cut out all the big stuff and picked up all the limbs. Because I had some branches from when that big tree branch fell off a while last year, the year before. I think it was last year. I just piled a bunch of them right there against the fence. And some of them along the cattle scattered them, so I picked up what I could see. Yeah, I'll get the lawnmower, get this cleaned up, and then I'll bring the water to soften that. Or I could bring the water first and let it start soaking. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And while it's soaking, I'll be cutting this. Okay, I guess that's just decided. Bring the water first, soften the dirt. While it's softening, then I'll mow this. Before I go anywhere, I gotta pick all these things out of my socks and shoes. Oh boy, it's gonna take a while. I don't want to do it at home. I don't want these things growing around the house. Well, that's one down. Now I gotta do the other one. At least I can rest now. Well, once I finish this, then I'll head to the house to get some water. Oh boy. And now I got the other one done. Okay, let's head for home. I'm on my way to collect some water at the house so I can soften up those trenches, the dirt where I want to dig the trenches for the trailer tires, to lower it down and back it in. And I'm next to this creek here, over there, and the bridge is behind me. And I'm just going to mention that these sticker weeds that are growing here and in that low spot in between those ironweed flowers. The ironweeds are the white topped ones. And wherever I feed hay, those sticker weeds will grow. Wherever I feed hay bales. The cows must bring it in their manure. Anyway, the reason I fed here a long time ago, I don't do it anymore, is this was a high spot after they dug the creek out, so I used it as a high spot in case it was flooding, and that way they'd have the hay would be on high ground. And then later on, as that mound got wore down by the cattle, then that low spot there was always, every time there was a heavy rain or a flood, that would stay with the water for a long time. So when there was no water in it, and I had to keep the cattle in here for whatever reason, I fed hay bales there, and that because I wanted to help raise that. I wanted to slow the water down a little bit by the manure and the used up hay, and it's helping. It's not as wet as it used to be, and I still use that area when I need to feed hay in this area. I use that low spot, so as long as there's no water standing. Anyway, I just wanted to show you why those sticker weeds are only growing in those spots. It's because that's wherever I feed a hay bale, those sticker weeds start to grow. Okay, I'm going to head to the house now. I'm going out that way. Okay. I'll be back with some water. I just got back with the water. I dumped some water on where I'm going to dig, and it started to rain. It's raining pretty good. Didn't hit no lightning or nothing. It just started to rain all of a sudden. Oh boy. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but I don't want to put my phone out in the water. I got some jugs of water. I poured some water on the thing when it started to rain, so I don't know if I'm going to sit here and wait for it. I guess I'll sit here for a little while. I got to roll my window up. I'm getting all wet. Good. Raining good. Okay. I'm just going to sit for a while. See how long it lasts. I was going to go back and get the lawnmower. I can't do that now. Yeah, it's raining. Well, that's just my raccoon skull and feathers I found out in the pasture. I think one's a red tail and the other one's a gray hawk. I think they're hawk feathers, but I can't be sure. Anyway, I found that raccoon skull, so I just stuck it on my dash. Looks cool, huh? Anyway, it's raining. I think I'm just going to go home. I'm not going to get nothing done sitting here in the rain. Yeah. I think that's what they call a widespread rain. So I'm going to head home. Maybe this rain will help soften the soil up more than what my water was going to do. Okay, headed home now. Oh, raining hard now. I don't even want to get out and open the gate. Oh. Good thing I came down though, because the road coming down, I didn't even close the other gate up there. It's okay, they can go up and down there. So they weren't even, the road was already getting slick on that road coming down. I'm pretty solid here. Besides, I came downhill, and that road there, all the way from the bridge to the road, that's all got a rock base. So I'm not too worried about that over there. Besides, I got four-wheel drive. It's coming down pretty good. I don't think I want to get out of the truck to try to open the gate. I'm already wet. I got wet before when it first started to rain. It caught me by surprise. So I'm going to maybe this rain will help flush out that sewer there next to the bridge. The sewer hole. A little water. Oh boy. from the, looks like the wind's from the north. I'm not sure where the wind's going from. Coming down pretty good though. I don't want to get wet. I'm already wet. If I go out there, I'm going to get soaked. I'll just wait it out. I'm just going to wait it out. Boy, open the window a little bit and I'm getting soaked even through the window. Oh boy. I didn't time this very good, did I? Forecast didn't show this much rain. I watched the news last night and it showed a little rain, but not this much. But it's good. We need the rain. It makes my grass grow, makes the hay grow. Yeah, good. So I'll just sit here. I'm going downhill, so I'll make it out. I'll make it across the bridge and through the gate. I mean, to there. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna shut it off and maybe take a nap. Okay. I can hardly see the trees back there, way back there. It's coming down. It's coming down. I got the truck running because I got the AC on because it's even with the rain, it's a little sticky in here, especially with me all wet. Everything was fogging up. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Battery life on the phone here. Okay. I'll catch you when this is over. Well, I made it home to the Highland cattle. They're all hanging under. Well, they're just standing out in the rain. Okay, I gotta back into my carport. At least I'll be dry there. Well, I made it back to the house. Highland cattle are over that way, around the side, front of the other side of the house. Well, there's no wind, it's just rain. I think that's the cloud that we're getting the rain out of. Looks like it let up a little bit, and it's starting to clear out on the west there. But I'm glad we got some rain. We needed it. We're always needing rain. Hope it keeps raining now that I got all wet and I'm out back at home. I hope it just keeps raining. I guess I'll just call it a day and go out to the work in the corral tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. Probably around noon, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the afternoon. I don't want to drive out there if it's too muddy. Yeah, it's ready. It's almost stopping now. Yeah. Okay, well, at least I got the trailer out there. I started my digging for them ruts. I mean the ruts, the trenches. Trenches for the tire were a last minute decision. And I'm glad I'm going to do it though. That's how that corral started. So I could drop that trailer down close to the ground, easier for the cattle to walk in. Okay. Because that's always the hardest part for those cattle, that first step up. They just don't like it. Okay, I'm going to go in the house and dry off. This is the storm that rained on me today. I'm at the upper left part of the storm. I'm up in there somewhere. Oh boy, I think it's slowing down. I think it's past me already, or it's just about past me. It's weaker. When I got back to the house, it was already starting to slow down. So I'll I just wanted to see what made what the rain, where the rain came from. I got soaked with today. Okay, that's all. Well, I got back to the house around noon. This is still September 5, 2023, and I brought the trailer out this morning, and then I brought some water out, and as soon as I put some water on those areas over there where I'm going to dig to soften it up, then it started to rain, so I wound up going home. And then this is about 2 o'clock now. I got home around noon, and it rained for a little bit longer, but it stopped raining, and still overcast. But I decided to go ahead and bring the lawnmower out and get this stuff cut. At least it won't be dusty since it just rained. And I added some more water. I added some more water to this ground here, so it'll soften up even more. I don't know how much that rain dumped, but this water that you can see now, I just poured that on there. So after I get done mowing, some of this, I'm going to do some digging since I left my shovel and my post hole digger out. So I'll see what I can do. But anyway, I just want to clean up these taller weeds here, these thicker weeds around the corral, so it's easier for me to work. I think I'll mow some of that on the other side of the trailer too, just so easier to walk. Okay, I'm going to start mowing. Well, I took care of that. Now it'll be easier for the cattle to go in and hang around here with all those weeds gone or cut down. I even got some of the weeds cut on this side too, just so I could walk. The cattle probably won't be going around here, but I have to walk through that, so I decided to cut that down too. Okay, so I'm done with the mowing. I haven't seen the cattle yet today. They must be on the other end of the pasture, somewhere down in the woods. That's what they were doing yesterday, hanging out by that pond. Anyway, it's all cleared up, all looking good. I even mowed in there a little bit. Now I can close the gates a little easier. There's still a few weeds under the gates, but I don't think they'll hurt nothing. And I couldn't mow there because there's a bunch of limbs laying there, so I just left it. Okay. I guess I'm going to probably start digging. Yeah, looks good from this side too. I've been thinking about something. At least while I'm wanting them to go through here, I think what I'm going to do when I bring the truck back, because once I get the trenches dug, I'll bring the truck back to hook up the trailer and back it into its final position. But what I want to do is, there's always been a problem whenever I get ready to corral these cattle, get them in here. They always want to go behind the corral and come out on the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a 2-strand temporary wire. I'll probably use gate hooks. I'm going to put a T-post, a taller T-post over there at the end of that gate. I think I'm going to go, yeah. I'm going to go from that post to this T-post, And then I'm gonna, on that T-post, I'll put a tie a connection, because I want to have two gate wires with gate hooks on that side. So and when the gate hooks are and the gate hooks will be hooked to that fence, or the insulators that on this will be hooked to that fence. That way, when the gates are hooked up, they'll be on. And I want at least two wires, because I want to prevent them from going around this to the back side, because once they're back here, then I got to chase them all the way around again. So, and then I want it all the way there, because if I have the gate partially closed, and then somebody decides to go through here to the back side, well then that fence should stop them. And I'll do that, and at least they'll be used to it a little bit. Because I don't really need to go back here. They just go back here for fun, for shade. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do something similar to the other side too. But that'll just be I'll have to take a look at the other side. Okay, I'm going to go take a look at the other side, but like I said, I'm going to put a fence behind that gate to there, because I don't want them going behind there when I'm trying to get them in the corral. And they've done that before. Okay. I need to do something similar here from that T-post there over to a tree. But which tree? I'll probably need a couple T-posts in here if I can find them. I'm running short on T-post. I think I'll put it on that little, I'll tie a wire around that. Here I might only put one wire. Yeah, because yeah, I'll have to put just one wire here, because most of the time this trailer in the truck, because I'll have the truck hooked to it, so a lot of times that'll prevent them from going around. But if they do, I'll put one wire there. And if that don't work, then I can add another one. But I'll apply it to that tree in the middle of those two big trees. Put a T-post somewhere there, and another T-post there, and then I'll have two gate hooks here too, if I can find enough gate hooks. Well, I'll put one gate hook, because I have one fence here, but I'll mark it so they can see it, and hopefully they'll get used to it before they can still go down the hill and around and come out the other side. But with all those, there's lots of limbs down there, so I don't think they'll do that too much, but we'll see. If they do, they'll just have to come back out the same way. Well, anyway, that's my plan. I got time to set that up. It's just a short fence from there. I need at least 2 T-posts and a T-post over there, so that's 3 T-posts. I know I got 2 in the truck, and I could probably find another one somewhere else. I'll find one someplace. Okay. But if nothing else, I can use that tree. Yeah, I could use that tree and then use the T-post there, so that'll work. Yeah, I'll just put a wire from there, tie it to that tree. Well, I'll have an insulator on it, and then a T-post there, that'll work. Okay, now I'm going to start digging. I covered up my places where I'm digging with the leaves. Okay, let's start. Yeah, I mowed in here too, because I'm going to transfer some of that hay that's piled up there. I'm going to transfer that lay it in here. I want it in front of, behind the trailer, so they have a place that's clean and easy. Well, they're used to it. They're used to walking on old hay, so I'll do that. Okay, so now I'm going to start digging here and here. Well, at least after this rain, the ground is a little softer, and the water that I added, and it's cooler too. It's a lot cooler than it was this morning. Okay, let's start digging. Well, I dug some out. It was easy digging. It was easier to dig. The ground was more soft and mellow. I dug some out, skimmed some. I dug some around the edge, dug a channel around the edge. I think I made this one a little wider than that one. But anyway, I dug a channel around each one, and then I skimmed off the top of the middle, and it was easier to dig. But I'm still hitting rock on that end, in that inside corner, and that outside corner. I'm still hitting some rocks there. But I think I can dig through them. If the ground's soft, I can dig through them. I don't have to go too much deeper than what I got right now. I'd say about 6 inches. I think that's about how high the trailer was. And on top of that, in addition to having this trench, I'm gonna throw some of that loose dirt that's over here that I'm digging out. I'm going to put it about where that post hole digger is, because I dug out this middle for that square tubing that's in the middle of the trailer, underneath the trailer, and so it don't hang up there. I'll dig that out a little bit more, and then I'm going to put all this loose dirt from there. Well, not all of it, just some of the better stuff. I'm going to put it along the edge, in between, from there to there. That way, when the trailer gets that far, the ground will be higher than the trailer bed, or not higher, but it'll make the trailer even more level. But I'll probably just throw it over there, and then I'll adjust it after I set the trailer. Once I set the trailer in this trench, the wheels in this trenches, then I can figure out where that soil is going to go up against the back of the trailer on the bottom, ground level. It'll make it so easy for the cattle to just walk right in. At least that's my my understanding, my goal, my hope. Easier for me, easier for the cattle. Well, the cattle finally decided to come and see what I was doing. I got the dirt loosened up. All I gotta do is dig it out. Yeah. Well, there, I lost my phone. Oh, I was worried. I had put it in the top notch over there, right about there on that trailer. That top notch, where the triangle is, right up there. And I couldn't find it. Finally, I got stuck back. It was underneath I must have kicked it underneath the trailer. On that corner there, it was under there. So I've been playing around with this here, trying to get this set up. I took one. There was 2 of those smaller blocks underneath that end of the gate, and there was that big block over there, but it wouldn't fit no more since I adjusted that post there. So I took the 2 blocks out, and I transferred the big block over to here, and I'm trying to get it to go in. When I saw the cows come up, and they came out over there, and I couldn't find my phone. I said, "What's going on?" But I found it. Hey, Bully. You don't worry about things like that, do you? Oh, you got horse flies all over you. What you guys doing, huh? Watch out, Bully. Come on, back up. That's it. What are you doing? Hey, because I don't have a shirt on. I took my shirt off because it's so sweaty. And the air's cool, but the humidity's high. But I was still sweating. Yeah, he's got lots of flies. No. As soon as I get this finished dug out, I'm going to go back and get the truck, hook it up, and back it in, and then I can adjust all this dirt back here, right behind the trailer on the bottom, so it's all level to the ground. Right, Bully? Yeah. Hey, don't eat that. Hey, 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 hey. They like to chew plastic. Yeah, we'll tell them 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, right there. Those 4 are the ones I'm going to sell. Let me take a picture. These are the 5 I'm selling. 1, 2 on the left, right, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the red one and the 4 white ones. Right there. How about that? They're all lined up. Oh, look at Bully. He's playing with the hay, aren't you, boy? Yeah, I got some more ideas for this pen. I want to put a take a picture. My idea is, whenever I need to have an animal go in this gate from this pen, I want to be able to, if I put a post there where that little hole is I dug out, if I put a post there, wood post, and then when that's open to that wood post, and if I put about a 6-foot gate that sticks out that way, or like where the bull is, or in front between me and the bull, if I put a 6-foot gate there, the cattle can still go around. They can go around, and the gate will only open that way. It'll open that way. I have another post there to set it against, or keep it. And then when I need it, if I ever have an animal that I want to put into there, once it goes in, and then I can open that gate. I can open that gate, and then I can go walk around that side, grab the end of the gate, and swing it. It's only 6 foot, but once I get the cow to go partially, to go through the gate, I can use the gate to close behind it, so don't come back. That's my idea. I don't want nothing bigger than a 6 foot, because I still want because whenever that gate's closed, I want the cattle still to be able to go around in circle until I get the one I want on the other side. Okay. Well, you're a good looking boy, aren't you? Okay, boy. Oh, he's looking for corn, I think. Look, he dug a big hole there. Okay, I'm going to finish moving that dirt, and then I'm going to go back and get the truck. Don't chew on my lawnmower, guys. Let me go over there and take a picture. Whoop. Well, they're all here. Yeah. Yeah. The way I plant it. Stop chewing on my. Look at that. They're chewing on something. My plan is to get the dominant, like the bull and maybe that cow over there by the lawnmower, and maybe that one. And then once they're in there, I'll feed them in there first, and then whoever's left, once I get them locked in, out of the way, then I can feed corn over there on this side, on the back side, and then the other ones won't be so afraid to go in to eat. Especially this one. I want to sell that one and that big white one there, the one white one with the facing away from me. Sell those 2 first. I'm only going to put two animals, because that's pretty big, and she's pretty big enough. If they were smaller, I'd haul more, but the big ones like that, I want to haul 2 at a time, and then I can come back and get another load. Take that one down there, and her baby, and that one, the white one in the middle, and then that one. That's my plan is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. She's right where I want her to be when I get ready to load her. She's right where I want her to be. right in line with the trailer. So get used to that, girl. Yeah. When it comes time to load you up, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to be the first one on. I want you in the front since you weigh more. Okay. I gotta get this done. I'm tired. I might wait until tomorrow to back the trailer in. There's a nice mama cow and her baby bull calf. Nice. I'm keeping her and him for a while anyway. They like something on that lawnmower. They like to eat plastic, rubber. I noticed that. That nice little bully. He's nursing again. That's a good boy. Everybody's so nosy about what's going on. What I'm doing here, huh? Oh, that white one went down the road. Oh, everybody else is eating. This little rain will help the grass grow again. It was a nice rain this morning. I like you, cow, but I just got to get rid of somebody. And I like the other ones better. If you had a black nose, I'd probably keep you. I want more of the black. I want the black nose trait. No, get out of there. Get out of my water. Okay, I'm almost done with the digging. Then I think I'll just come back tomorrow and set the trailer. Oh, I gotta bring a few things with me. You know, I have to bring some fencing supplies, fencing things, because I want to put that fence over there with the gate hooks, 2 wires, and that I want to put that fence over here too to keep them from going. To try to keep them from going. I want them to get used to not going back there. So when I get ready to get them in there, get them to go in there, they'll be used to that gate hook there, and they won't try to break through it. Okay, I gotta get back to work. Buddy, there's that cow, nice cow and nice bull calf too. There's that cow, nice cow and nice bull calf too. Well, I got them dug out. I got them dug out. Dug out? I got them dug out. I'll work with that pile of dirt after I back the trailer in tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going to do it today. I'll let the ground dry out a little bit. The ground was still a little wet. And, Bully, you're going to have to back up. Come on. Come on, boy. A little more. Keep going. That's it. Good boy. You don't want nothing to do here. Oh, you might want to go in the trailer because maybe you think of those cows up by the house, those Highlanders. Maybe that's what you want. You have to wait till December for that. Okay, like I said, they're done. I got to bring some stuff with the truck tomorrow. The fence supplies, like I said, over there, and block that off so they don't go behind. When I'm trying to get them to go in the pen, I don't want them to go behind it. Okay. Okay. Everything's good now. I did enough today. And there's still tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to leave now, guys. Yeah, I'll leave these jugs here. I'll pick them up with the truck tomorrow. I can't haul nothing on that old lawnmower. And I'm leaving my shovel and my postal digger out here too with the trailer. Okay. Bully. Bully has to check out everything. He must smell something on that trailer. Anyway, I'm ready to leave. I was going to close that gate, but now there's some cattle down in there, so I guess I can leave it open. I don't like to leave it open because I don't want them to have a habit of walking up, making a trail up and down the road, because it makes a channel for the water to follow. So but I think one day it ain't gonna hurt. Anyway, let's go. Okay, buddy. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the truck. And tomorrow, once I get this trailer set, I'm gonna give you some corn. You'll like that. Good boy. And I'll be selling you sometime this month of September. Okay, bully. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, the little ones I know there's a mama cow down there. I guess they're nibbling on all those plants. I don't know. I guess they come in here from the other side. They can come in from the other side, but I guess they don't come up to the top here very often. Anyway, let's see who's behind me. Who's mowing? I can't turn around on my lawnmower. Okay. They're just the ones that were always close to me up there. They must. I think they think I'm going to give them corn. That's the only thing I can think of. I've gave them corn in the corral area before, and I think they remember that. Anyway, I'm going home now. I'm gonna leave this gate open. The road's not too wet, so they shouldn't make too many tracks. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow to set up the trailer and put up some side fences. There's baby bull. He's just playing around. Hey.